Papa Squat, come at you. Hey, everybody. Today I recorded a just incredibly fun podcast, video, YouTube thing with the guys over at Guys in Chairs. I think that's what it's called. I had it open a minute ago and then I closed it. I'll put a link down below if you want to go check them out. But they do something kind of cool. They're two guys and they have a guest on. And this week I was the guest, and that'll go up later this week. I think they said Thursday. And had me on to talk about music. We listened to a brand new album, and the one we listened to was Pierre Bourne's Good Movie that just came out. So I listened to that a bunch this week, and I know some people had asked in comments to have me react to that, but I won't be doing that because I have already heard it. I liked it. Let's see, and we talk about it more on that, although we don't listen to it during the video. Anyway, I'll link below, so go check out some of their videos, see if you'll be interested in checking out mine. Throw them a subscribe, and I'll post on Thursday as well. If it goes live on Thursday, I will post a link to the video. Today we're going to listen to a song from Injury Reserve. This was a recommendation sent in, I think, with a donation from Sam. So Sam, thank you very much for that. And I don't know these guys, so I went to Genius, and there is quite a long write-up. I don't think I'm going to read this whole thing, but let's take a look. Injury Reserve is a rap group hailing from Tempe, Arizona, comprising producer Peter Corey and MC Richie with a T. Another rapper, Stepa J. Groggs, ooh, that's a fun name, was a member of the group until his death in 2020. The members of the group met one another in 2013 and they immediately started recording music together. As a result, they've published the mixtape Depth Chart in 2013 and the EP Cooler Colors in 2014, then later removed from all the digital platforms. Oh, interesting. In 2015, the group self-released their second mixtape, Live from the Dentist Office. That's a good name. Aptly named due to the fact that it was recorded in a dental office, in the dental office of producer Corey Parker's grandfather. The project has been praised by music critics for Groggs's and Richie's honest and charismatic rapping style, as well as for Parker's innovative approach to jazz rap and alternative hip-hop characteristics that are well reflected by such songs as Yo, Whatever Dude, those are two songs, Washed Up, and TKT Ticket? Ticket TV? I don't know. Let's see. Subsequent year, the group success, third mixtape called Floss, which immediately received critical acclaim. This time, the pivotal tracks from the project were singles "Oh Shit" and "All This Money," together with songs like "S on Your Chest" and "What's Goody," featuring Cakes Tequila, rather. As their fan base grew, they released more stuff. Achievements kept coming in. Let's see. The last choice allowed Injury. Led by their first headlining tour, supported by JPEG Mafia, and above all, got a record deal with the independent label Loma Vista. That's how I say Vista. The last choice allowed Injury Reserve to work with bigger budget on their self-titled debut album that eventually was released in 2019 and featured many more guest artists, including JPEG Mafia, Anime, and Cakes Tequila, but also Rico Nasty, Freddie Gibbs, and Dram, among others. Okay, so there's more stuff. Let's see. Unfortunately, on June 29th, 2020, the group lost one of its original members, Stepa J. Groggs, passed away at the age of 32 to undeclared circumstances. Following a hiatus after the passing of Groggs, they announced their sophomore album, By the Time I Get to Phoenix, via a statement on their Twitter account. So anyway, we're going to listen to... I'm actually kind of curious about this because they talked about some really interesting combinations of music here. The jazz rap, but I think that... that's Parker, so that's not Groggs, so Parker is still around. So I'm super interested to see what this stuff sounds like. This is not the page with lyrics or anything, so I can get rid of it. We're going to listen to a song called Superman That, and this is off of By the Time I Get to Phoenix, which was one of the last albums I mentioned. I have no idea if this is going to be loud enough.
Ain't no saving me, ain't no saving me or you. Ain't no saving me, ain't no saving me or you. Ain't no saving me, ain't no saving me or you.
I am in love with this. This is crazy stuff. Really different. Very cinematic in like a weird way. Like, I don't know where you would hear this music or even come up with the idea of doing a song like this, but even his performance where he's back here and he's kind of singing with the mic, it's just perfect visual for what they're trying to get across. It's very comfortable, and yet this weird stuff going on, and again, it kind of reminds me of like you'd go to see, just because of this image, like a lounge singer in some relaxed club, but then there's like a dance party going on upstairs or next door or something like that, and so there's this just background noise that's interfering, and yet it's still part of the whole experience. But that's not really what's going on. This is just a crazy song. It's so neat when you hear something new, like that you just never would have thought of before, and you hear it and you just, you know it's new. Like, that's what I'm sitting here thinking, and I have this stupid smile on my face. It's because I have never heard anything quite like this. It's so cool, and his voice is crazy.
Ain't no saving me, ain't no saving me or you. Ain't no saving me, ain't no saving me or you. Ain't no saving me, ain't no saving me or you. I can feel it in my bones, and it's real down. Every song that you wrong, every blood that you shown. You can keep what you said, you still ain't read, now you read what you sow. You can tweet your own to holler, but that's just how that shit go. I can feel it in my bones, then I strip it down. Every song that you wrong, every blood that you shown. You can hear what you said, you still ain't read, now you read what you sow. You can tweet your own to holler, but that's how that shit go. Yeah. Ain't no saving me, ain't no saving me or you. Ain't no saving me, ain't no saving me or you.
And so it's called Superman That. Let me see what Genius says about this. So Superman That is the second and final single off Injury Reserve's sophomore album. By the time I get to Phoenix, it was released in 2021. This track is the second solo Injury release since the death of band member Stepa J. Groggs. The song, based around a distorted and chopped sample of Athens, France, by British post-punk band Black Country New Road, features an off-kilter beat, a chaotic and noisy mix of IDM-esque drum patterns and noise, and heavily processed vocals by Richie with a T. So it doesn't tell us anything about what the song is about, but basically he just goes through and talks about ain't no saving me or you. And this verse actually has both Richie with a T and Stepa J. Groggs in it, so he must have still recorded part of this album. I can feel it in my bones, man. They stripped what they own, every stone that you've thrown. And this reminds me of Every Breath You Take, right? Man, they stripped down what they own, every stone that you've thrown, every blow that you've shown. You can keep what you stitch until they peep. Now you reap what you sow. You can toot your horns, hoot and holler, but that's just how that shit go. I can feel it in my bones, man. They stripped what they owned. Yeah. I mean, whatever. This kind of sounds like they've taken everything from me. Every stone that you've thrown. I don't know. I would just be making stuff up. I don't know exactly what it's talking about. It doesn't matter. I mean, the feel of it is just so incredible and so different. What do they mean when they say IDM style drums? Or beat or something like that, they said in the description. IDM? I know EDM, like electronic dance music. That is a cool song. So what this reminds me of, the thing that came to mind for me was David Byrne, who from the Talking Heads. He didn't start out to be a musician, not really. He started out to be a performance artist, and in his case, performance art took the shape of a band, and it's not just him, it's the whole group, but it very much took the shape of the band and the music that they would produce and the shows that they would put on. And I'm sure it had to grow out of like the early Genesis, Peter Gabriel theatrical crazy stuff that he did back in the day that almost nobody remembers Genesis or Peter Gabriel being like, except for his real fans. But so David Byrne had this performance art. That's what he wanted to do, and that's what this reminds me of. So if you look back at like the Talking Heads videos for Stop Making Sense, actually, or the whole movie Stop Making Sense is absolutely performance art. It's an incredibly well crafted movie and concert, and you should watch it if you haven't. It is amazing. But Psycho Killer, with the weird video of his face on the highway, and the road passing by underneath his face, and like his whole thing, or the band's whole thing, was performance art, and that's what this reminds me of. And I would love to see more by these guys, especially if they have it paired with videos, to get like a full picture of their vision for what it is they're doing. This is really cool. This is really, really neat. And this is one video. I mean, it's really cool. I really like it. I really like this. Is probably going to go on my favorites just because of how different and unique it is. I mean, it's really cool. It's really cool. So Sam, thank you. This was awesome. I gotta listen to more Injury Reserve because this was so cool. Papa Squat, checking out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much.